And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your friend Cheap Ludes. How you doing this morning? I am doing okay, I guess. I'm going on a trip tomorrow, so I will be unavailable for the next few days. Sorry, there will be a lack of content on the channel. Just wanted to give you guys kind of a heads up on that. I'm gonna try to record some stuff today, though, that I'll be putting out for the next couple days. But if you don't see me for a couple days, you know what it is. Anyways, today in my team we got something new, I suppose. Before I talk about the moments of the week challenges, we did obviously get another Happy Holidays player. We got Wendell Carter Jr., who honestly every single time I see Wendell Carter Jr., it brings me immense sadness, because right now currently he is just so much better than Vucevic, and why we made this trade in the first place is honestly a mystery to me, because we literally could have had Wendell and Franz Wagner, who we probably would have drafted someone else in that spot because we're stupid, but we could have had a little bit better of a core, you know what I mean, than we have currently right now. So it's super frustrating. Time to blow it up, Chicago. Either way, I mean, you have to get 5 blocks in a game, which is cool. I think I said 5 right there, but that's just me bending language to my own will. We got the new moments of the week 8. I did one challenge already. I scored 17 points with gold Killian Hayes, so that's cool. It's fine. At the end of this, you do get a centerpiece. So once again, as I always say, if you care about the centerpieces in any way, shape, or form, trophy case grind it all. Obviously you're gonna do this. If you don't, then don't do this. So it doesn't really matter, but let's review. 17 points with Killian Hayes. By the way, in this trophy case pack, you get to select 3 of them, which I think is kind of cool. Once again, doesn't really matter if you don't care about the trophy cases, though. 17 with Killian Hayes on Pro. Pretty easy. You can attack the rim with him relatively easily, at least on current gen anyway. Siakam, 25 and 10. Just depends. If you have Amethyst, Pascal Siakam, which I think he's relatively expensive to kind of lock in for at this current moment. Let me go find him really quick here. Yeah, I mean, there's some MT to be made if you have Buck Williams or D Brown or any of these cards that are required for the lock-in that you haven't sold yet. Just because people are selling them at a premium at the current moment because they are rare, and a lot of people have either locked them in or are trying to lock in Siakam to make this a little bit easier so they can get Larry Bird, because Larry Bird is officially attainable today. So people will overpay for some of these cards if you have them. I'm considering going through and selling a bunch of these cards just because you can make a pretty good amount of MT. Obviously Drew Gooden and Kerry Kittles, guys like that aren't going for a whole lot, but if you have Mark Price or Jim Jackson or any of those guys, you can get a decent chunk. The most expensive cards are Buck Williams and D Brown. Coincidentally, the ones I don't have, which that has to be there has to be a reason for that, right? And John Paxson, you know what I mean? The fact that all the cards I do have, outside of Evan Turner is kind of expensive, are relatively on the cheaper side compared to those 3 guys is weird. That's kind of a weird occurrence, in my opinion. Shout out to Marcus Fizer, dude. 4,000 for Marcus Fizer is crazy, dude. Kenny Smith's 6K. I'm probably going to sell a few of these guys. I'm not going to lock this card in anyway, but I can get myself another 20, 30K doing that, so I'm probably going to do it realistically. I'll buy them back a different time. It really doesn't matter at the end of the day. But something to think about. You can make a little MT doing that if you have any of those cards, which if you've been playing all year, you probably do. Then we got Franz Wagner. Score 34 points with any Franz Wagner. You get a hollow Franz Wagner. Cool. That kind of dashes any investment opportunity in Franz Wagner's for an Evo, in my opinion, because I don't think that they would give us a free Franz Wagner and then give him an Evo, but they could. Either way, I don't think there's a lot of MT to be made in Franz Wagner at this point. I'm going to hold on to the ones I do have and try to sell them for anybody who doesn't do this. But then we got Zion dunks. Record 4 dunks with any Zion Williams, which, there is a little bit of possibility for MT to be made here. If you have one of these Zions and you don't really care, you can make 9, 10K off of Diamond Zion or Amethyst Zion if you have them, whatever. Or obviously use them to do the challenge. It doesn't really matter. Zion, most people have Zion at this point, so it doesn't really matter. Then we got record 4 blocks with Jaren Jackson Jr. This one is definitely something you're going to be able to do. It's just a matter of how long is it going to take you. I recommend, if you're going to do this, use the Jaren Jackson Jr. Desmond Bain duo, because then Jaren Jackson ends up getting like chase down on silver and like brick wall on silver, and just a few badges that are going to kind of aid in your journey and just make it take a little bit less time, because it is kind of expansive as far as how long it's going to take. Like, you could legitimately play 36 minutes before you get these 4 blocks. Like, it's going to be rough, man. Poku double 10 points, 10 rebounds. Pretty easy. Just grab Amethyst Poku. You can do it with regular Poku too. I just recommend grabbing Amethyst. It's like 2,000 MT, and it's just going to make it infinitely easier. Shouldn't be that hard. I don't know if you get 3 cards out of this option pack. I would assume you do, though. Bojan. Scored 38 points with any Bojan Bogdanovic, I believe. And granted, I could be wrong about this. I'm pretty certain there is only the one Bojan, right? Because for some reason, I thought that there was an Evo Bojan, but I'm pretty sure there's not. I'm pretty certain that it's literally just the one Bojan. I'm almost certain of this fact. And I can't even get this man to show up when I search Bojan for some reason. I'm not really sure what that's all about, but it literally won't search. I just feel like every single time I need 2KDB to work, like while I'm in the middle of recording a video, it's just like, nah, dude, I'm not going to do it. Like, I don't feel like it. But to my knowledge, the only one is the, token market one, which is not very fun in my opinion. Also, I know he's currently on the Pistons, but if you're looking for him, he is going to be over here on the Jazz, so that's going to throw people off. Mine's graded because I don't know why. He has Claymore, catch and shoot, corner specialist. Just start chucking corner threes. Like, that's my recommendation. Trust me, you're not taking anyone off the dribble with Bojan. Okay? I promise. Embiid's 53 points. I mean, everybody should have a version of Embiid at this point in some capacity. Like, so shouldn't be that hard. Once again, just going to be kind of annoying, more or less. Then we got Hot Hand. We got 5 3-pointers with Josh Richardson. Okay, so this is not really great, but it's not going to be the hardest thing in the world. But it is kind of going to suck, because I believe that Josh Richardson, quite literally, what is his 3-point rating at this point? Because he's a current series card, and they're, you never really know what's going on with these bad boys. Like, he's a small forward. He doesn't play shooting guard. He's got 75. Like, it's doable. His release isn't terrible. No badges, so it's not going to be a fun challenge, but it's going to be a finishable challenge. All right, what else? Then we got 11 threes out here. Make 11 threes with any Damian Lillard. Shouldn't be that hard. I mean, if you started this season, you should have a free agent Dame that should be able to finish this relatively easy. Where are the free agents? Here we go. I think I still have some games on mine. I do. Yeah, so I mean, he has Agent 3, Amped, Clutch Shooter, Deadeye, Volume Shooter on Hoff, and then he's got enough badges. You shouldn't have any issues doing this. Just pick and pop with Dame Lillard all day. Just run some picks. Run a big man like Tyson Chandler, who, if you're going for the Evo anyway, he sets very effective screens, by the way. And just drill those little threes. Shouldn't be an issue whatsoever. I like it. This is good. I mean, the challenges aren't really overall that hard, too, which I think is huge. Like, the most annoying one is going to be probably Pascal Siakam's, in my opinion. And the Embiid 53 points due to injuries being in this game for some reason. I don't understand why injuries are... this is the only card collection mode, like, that has injuries that occur this frequently. I mean, please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I actually don't know if any other card collection mode has injuries. I feel like FIFA has injuries. I don't know that for a fact. I've never played Ultimate Team. But it just kind of seems like something that they would put in their game, if I'm being honest. But I don't know if any other card collections really have injuries. I know MLB The Show, I've never seen a player get injured before, ever. So it's weird to me that there's injuries in this game, period. Let alone in offline stuff. Like, that should not be a thing. I don't know. If you have a hot take on why injuries are good, I would love to hear it, because I can't think of a single reason why injuries would be a good thing. Either way, I mean, you can, while you're doing these, you can go ahead and do some Rafer Alston takeover stuff while you're doing them. Get some Magic assists, get some Raptor assists. This seems like a semi-pro type of deal. 31 points with a Rockets player in a game. I mean, it's doable also. I don't know. I mean, the challenge is good. They're not very hard. There are a couple that are going to be annoying, but it's probably one of the easier paths to a centerpiece, if you haven't gotten a lot of the other stuff done yet, or if it's your last thing for Larry Bird, which, you know, you're a masochist, but like, do you? I'm supportive of it. Then it should be relatively simple, and you should have Larry Bird in all of his midness by the end of the day for sure. Also, looks like they are going to be updating Larry Bird at some point, which is going to be interesting. So we'll see how that goes. As always, been your friend Cheap Ludes. Just take your time on this. Like, you don't need to just speed through it the first day. There's already people with Larry Birds. Just remember that. Just take your time, relax, have a fun experience. Maybe throw on Chainsaw Man or maybe some horrific true crime documentary and just play these challenges and then just like kind of space out. That would be my recommendation for you. Have a good afternoon, everybody. Peace.